Deep in the heart of Germany lies the Blackwood Forest, a place infamous for its eerie beauty and unexplained disappearances. To the locals, it's a cursed land where time bends and memories are stolen. They whisper about travelers who enter and are never seen again, their screams lost in the dense ancient trees. Despite the ominous warnings, Amelia, a fearless and ambitious filmmaker, decides to document the forest's dark allure. She is accompanied by her fiancé, Daniel, and two close friends, Sarah and Lucas. From the moment they approach the forest, unease sets in. The GPS glitches and the road narrows to a dirt path. The towering trees seem to loom closer, as if alive. After hours of tense driving, they arrive at a decrepit lodge on the forest's edge. The building feels out of place, its once grand facade now overtaken by vines and decay. A rusty sign near the door reads, "Time has no master here." As the group settles in for their first night, the lodge's unsettling aura becomes apparent. The wind outside howls like a wounded animal, and branches claw against the windows. A grandfather clock in the main room ticks steadily, but has frozen at 3:15. "Just an old clock," Daniel says dismissively. Though Daniel tries to sound casual, his tone betrays his nerves. Sarah later swears she hears footsteps outside her door. When she checks, the hallway is empty, but the air is heavy, as if someone or something is watching her. Amelia tries to sleep, but whispers creep through the walls, faint and unintelligible. The whispers grow louder as the night deepens, forming chilling phrases. "Help us. Lost. Forever." The next morning, armed with cameras, the group ventures into the forest. The canopy above is so thick that sunlight barely penetrates, casting an oppressive shadow over the trail. Hours pass, but the path feels endless. The trail seems to loop back on itself. Sarah notices they've passed the same moss-covered tree 3 times. Its bark is marked with strange runes that seem to shift when she looks away. "Are we walking in circles?" she asks, her voice trembling. Lucas checks his watch, but it too has stopped. "This doesn't make any sense," Lucas mutters. They eventually stumble upon an old, rotting signpost half buried in the dirt. The words carved into it are barely legible. "Stay on the path or be lost to the forest." Despite the ominous warning, they press on, driven by a mix of curiosity and growing dread. When they return to the lodge, the atmosphere has changed. The air feels denser, and shadows stretch unnaturally across the walls. Amelia, unable to shake her unease, decides to explore the attic. There, she finds a dusty journal belonging to Wilhelm, a man who stayed at the lodge over a century ago. Wilhelm's entries grow increasingly erratic, detailing the forest's ability to twist reality. "The forest is alive," one entry reads. "It watches, it waits. When the clock chimes, it's already too late." As Amelia reads, the clock downstairs strikes 3:15. The chime is deafening, echoing through the lodge. Faint laughter follows the chime, sending chills down her spine. The others rush to her side, claiming they heard footsteps and whispers again, but no one is there. Over the next few days, time unravels. Days blur together, memories fade, and the group begins to experience terrifying phenomena. Sarah finds her own footprints leading away from the lodge, though she doesn't recall leaving. Lucas hears his voice calling him from deep within the woods. Amelia reviews her footage and sees herself standing in the forest, but her reflection is smiling, something she knows she wasn't doing. Desperate for answers, Amelia revisits the attic. Hidden in a secret compartment, she discovers a broken pocket watch and Wilhelm's final entry. The forest doesn't let you leave. The clock binds us here. When its hands move again, it will claim what is owed. That night, terror consumes the lodge. The shadows slither across the walls, doors slam shut, and the temperature drops so low that their breaths fog in the air. Sarah is the first to vanish. One moment she's in the kitchen, the next, she's gone. The group finds wet footprints leading to the attic, but no sign of her. Lucas becomes frantic, convinced he hears Sarah calling to him from outside. Despite Amelia's protests, he bolts into the night. The door swings shut behind him, and when they open it moments later, he's gone. His footprints stop abruptly at the forest's edge. Now alone with Daniel, Amelia realizes they must act. "We have to confront the clock. It's the key," she whispers. As they approach it, the clock's hands begin to move on their own. Shadows coalesce into humanoid forms, their hollow eyes fixed on the couple. One steps forward, reaching for Daniel. Amelia grabs the pocket watch and smashes it against the clock. For a moment, silence falls. The shadows retreat, and the room stills. But when Amelia turns, Daniel is gone. In his place stands a figure identical to him, but its eyes are empty, and its smile is wrong, too wide, too cold. "Daniel?" she whispers. The figure tilts its head. He's part of the forest now. Amelia stumbles out of the lodge, her mind unraveling. By dawn, a search team finds her wandering near the forest's edge. She tries to explain, but the words fail her. When the team investigates, the lodge is gone, vanished without a trace. Locals continue to warn about Blackwood Forest. On stormy nights, they say, whispers echo through the trees. Travelers sometimes report figures watching them from the shadows, figures with hollow eyes and unsettling smiles. Amelia never tells anyone what truly happened, but she knows one thing: the forest always takes what it's owed.